Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Deck of Panning. This is a project panning game created by Emily and Max. She will be linked down below, but the general idea is that we play with a deck of playing cards. We randomly pull 5 cards in the beginning of this project in January, and each card correlates with a prompt that Emily has listed on a spreadsheet, or a game board as we call it. Every month, Emily randomizes the number cards, but the face cards do stay the same throughout the whole year. So it's very random and exciting when you get to pull a new card. I play with my Claude Monet themed cards. Each card has a different piece of artwork from him. So I really look forward to these updates where I can pull new ones and see the beautiful artwork that inspires me. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do a lot of panning content. I am actively working through the collection that I already own. I am on my second Nova year in a row, so games and panning projects like this really help me move through my collection, get good use of my products, and maybe use things in a little more creative way so I'm not tempted to buy new things. I also do palette bingos where I randomize eyeshadows from a palette and create an eyeshadow look. And I also do some get ready with me's. I think that's the last video up on my channel is a get ready with me, so be sure to check that out if you haven't seen it. If all of that sounds good to you and you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. And of course, give this video a thumbs up because it is so fun. Did not mean to get all bug-eyed on you, but I have been working on 5 items this last month. The one that has been in here the longest was for the Joker card. If you pull the Joker, you have to pan something that you really just do not want to pan. It's like, are you joking? I really don't want to pan this. But it doesn't have to be hate panning. Emily really emphasizes that, you shouldn't be miserable panning. So it can be something sentimental, something that you were saving. Maybe you are panning a bunch of the same types of products and you really don't want to pan another one, so you have to bring one in. But I decided to work on a foundation that does not match me. And I have to be really careful because I just marked it and I literally just touched the mark. But the foundation I'm working on is the Il Makiage and it's the shade 040. You can tell that it's too warm / orange / something and too dark for me. I do have this on today though, so I have made it work, and I mix it with a blue and a white pigment and it seems to be working really well. My goal is to finish this, and you can see my line markings where I'm at. I have basically gone over the halfway point now. My camera is not focusing, but this is where I was when I rolled it in, and then the second update that I had in, last update, and here is this month's marking. So the first month I had it in, I used it 9 times. In the July update, I had used it 14 times, and since the last update, I've used it 9 times, so I have a total of 32 uses in this project. I think I have at least 2 more months of this, but from now on, I'm just going to get even more pale. This is me after a weekend, vacation. Yes, I am just very fair and I don't tan. So foundations like this don't work for me at any point in the year. I know people have different shades for the summer versus winter, but I basically stay the same color. So I have to mix that with a lot, so I only use 1 pump of it every time I use it. So it is going a little slower than some of my other foundations. The second prompt that I was working on is non-makeup, and for that I rolled in my Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in the scent Vitamin C. My goal was to finish this. I had 2 uses at the last update and I finished it. I'm very excited to say. Oh, sorry, there's a hair on it. That's gross. But I used this 3 more times, so a total of 5 uses in this project, and it is empty. I love the scent of this. I'm pretty sure I have another one in my stash. I think I mainly just use these in the summer. It was a really good time for me to roll it in because I don't use body scrubs on a regular basis, but you know, I'm trying to be a little more confident in my body. Like, I used to never show my legs ever. Even if it was 90 degrees out, I was wearing pants. And I have changed my ways. Here, let's get a little deep. Ever since I had my son, my body image has improved, which is amazing. I don't care anymore. I just care about him and his experience. And if I have to do that in shorts, I will. Moving on. The next prompt was for influenced, and basically all of my collection was influenced by someone else in one way or another, whether it was like passive, they didn't even know, or if it was directly from someone. And DW rants and raves about the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream Blush, and she literally told me that I needed it. So I blame her for this. This was a birthday gift to myself, but I had pulled a 6, so my goal for this was 6 uses. I like to use the cards to determine how many uses I get, but I used this 9 times, so I surpassed my 6 use goal. I took this on a trip, like a road trip, and I used this as my only blush. It's perfect for that because it's so small, but it also is a blush and kind of highlighter in one, so that was really handy. And yeah, I really like this blush. I know why it gets hype. It's just like your basic nude blush though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a blush. It's really pretty and I love it. I'm glad I have it. It's just a blush. The second to last prompt was focus, and one of my goals this year was to touch all of my nail polishes. I tend to neglect my nails and don't paint them on a frequent, like a regular basis. I try to do like once a week, but that doesn't really happen. So I rolled in like my oldest and probably grossest nail polish. It still has like a line of demarcation, but you can see the marking here. I hope you can see that. That was where I started, so it has moved down a little bit. This was from a previous project in a previous year, but I didn't say my goal last time. And focus was, I think it was a king or something. It was a face card. And usually that's 10 uses. 10 uses on a nail polish is a lot. So I actually got 5 uses out of this, and I'm very happy I have it on my nails now. So I did this last night, and it's staying a lot better than it did the previous uses, and I didn't use a top coat. So I think my top coat is bad, but I do have this on my toes as well. And yeah, I got 5 uses out of this last month, which is shocking. It is the only nail polish that I used, and because it is old, it chips really fast. But I'm going to roll it out, even though I didn't say my goal technically. But this might be the nail polish that I choose to finish this year, but it is kind of getting late in the year. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I also use this as like the nail polish that I mark products with. So yeah, I'm actively looking at that nail polish, and I do really like the color. I think it works. It's like a nude, a cool tone nude. And then the very last product I rolled in was for the prompt matches shirt, and I was wearing a beautiful like floral sleeveless top. The flowers were like lavender purple, like a light purple, and so I rolled this ColourPop eyeshadow palette in the Lilac You a Lot. It basically matched this packaging, and I rolled this in for No Pan Left Behind. I was able to complete that, so I will have the looks up on the screen. I only had to use this for 2 different looks. This is a beautiful palette. I love the looks that I used it for, and yeah, I'm happy to have this in my collection. But I did reach my No Pan Left Behind goal, and it is rolling out. So I have 4 prompts or 4 cards to pull. Let me get Emily's spreadsheet up before I start shuffling. So let me grab my cards. Like I said, she randomizes. Let me actually, before I start saying that, let me find my Joker. Oh, it was in the very bottom. So this is I'm just going to keep the same Joker, and it is Jean Monnet, Claude's son. And I'm going to shuffle these while I throw up the game boards. The face cards are the same all year, so if you are familiar with this project, you've seen those before. But then the number cards are what change every month. So I haven't even looked at the game board. I don't really care to look at the game board before that was a terrible shuffle. Before I play, I just don't care, like, to see or to guess, like, oh, I want this one, or I don't want this one, or, you know, a lot of people do that, which is fun, but I don't know. I don't do that. So I'm done shuffling. I'm going to split the deck. And the top 4 cards are mine. I thought I saw a spider. It's not a spider. So the first card is a Jack of Diamonds, and that card is upside down. Oh, I love this painting. The Artist Garden at Bethel, 1860. Beautiful. So the Jack of Diamonds is Indie. Okay, I have quite a few Indie eyeshadow palettes. I wonder if there's one that I need to complete No Pan Left Behind in. Probably. Oh, another face card. Oh, I love this one too. Just like that red pop. It's called the Red Kerchief, circa 1870. So beautiful. And then a Black Queen is pick your space. So I have to stay in the spade suit. So let me just show those to you. Give me a favorite brand, pattern, letter, which is random letter generator, lip product, glowy, a mini or a sample, matte, graveyard, or out of your hands. Out of your hands might be fun. That's basically when you have other, like, someone else pick. I might do that one because I'm filming this on the 18th, so I do have a couple days before it needs to go up. I think I'll do out of your hands, just to make it a little fun. Okay, I have 2, so oh no, pick 2. So the ace of, like, red aces are pick up 2. So this painting is the Nymphias. It's one of those, like, water lily series, 1907. So beautiful. Okay, so I have to pick 2 to replace that one. The first one is, oh geez, what is up with these face cards? Okay, so a black, let me look at the painting. Oh, water lilies. So beautiful. A black ace is baby goal. I like it, I like it. And then the second card to go with my pick 2. Okay, finally a number. 9 of Diamonds, Fields of Tulips in Holland, 1886. I don't think I've gotten that one before. That's beautiful. Very Dutch. 9 of Diamonds is discontinued. That's fun. I know I have quite a few things that are discontinued. I just don't know what I want to pick. Okay, so now, like, the 4th card. Oh, another number, 2 of Diamonds. Oh, I love this. Jerusalem Artichoke Flowers, 1880. So beautiful. And then the 2 of Diamonds is, oh, this time last year. So something that you brought into your collection this time last year. It is August. Last year, I was on a no buy, but I was accepting declutters, so I'll have to look back. I don't know. This might be hard. We'll see what I can come up with. I will be right back. Okay. Back. And I think these are in order, but I'm not quite sure. But the Jack of Diamonds was Indie. And I decided to pull my single blush, like magnetic blush from Sydney Grace. She's Indie, right? right? And it is the shade Trust Yourself. Sorry, it's so reflective. But this is just a beautiful like mauve pink. I never use this because it is housed in like a little magnetic palette that I always forget about. But this is just a really beautiful shade and it needs love. Here's a swatch. It has like a sheen to it, but it's just so soft and beautiful. Why don't I use this? So that was for a Jack, so I'm going to do 10 uses on that. I have other blushes I need to work on, but everybody needs love. The next was Queen of Spades, and that is Pick Your Space. I did end up choosing Out of Your Hands, so I haven't had time to like get the results for that, so I will just put it on the screen. Whatever is chosen, I will do 10 times use for the Queen. The next was the Ace of Clubs, and that is Baby Goal. I decided to roll in one of my single eyeshadows. This is from NARS, and it is the shade Stud. This was decluttered to me early this year, and I have not used it yet. So it's just a beautiful like silver metallic. Now that I'm thinking about this, this is going to compete with Noelle that is in my Throwback 30, but that's okay. My baby goal is to use this 3 times. That was the number that I would do for my single eyeshadows last year in all of my prompt-based projects, so I figured that was fitting for this one. 9 of Diamonds is discontinued. That was a little harder than I thought it would be. But then I saw this palette that was also decluttered to me by my friend DW, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is no longer made. And this is what it looks like. I have not personally used it, but DW did hit 2 pans in there, so I inherited 2 pans. But I'm going to use this No Pan Left Behind. I am just very curious about this color story. I've never used any of the tin palettes from Too Faced. I don't think I've ever used any palettes from Too Faced, to be honest. It still smells like peach. It smells so good. So I'll probably get quite a few looks out of this doing No Pan Left Behind, but I just want to get familiar with it to see if it's something that I enjoy and would want to keep. And then the last card was 2 of Diamonds, and this time last year I didn't bring anything into my collection that I could find. So I went on my Instagram, I scrolled all the way to August of last year, and on August 12th of last year, which is a few days ago, it is the 18th like I said, I hit pan in my Becca highlighter. Hopefully this counts. Like I said, I wasn't bringing anything in at this time last year, but this is the shade Opal. Hopefully you can see that tiny writing, but I will have a screenshot on the screen of when I hit pan, and I don't think I've used this since I've hit pan. I may have used it like a few times, but the pan is still very baby. Technically, I only have to use this 2 times because I pulled a 2, but I'm going to make my goal 5 uses just to give it a little more. I am working on 3 highlighters right now and now 4, so I don't want to do like too much and take away from my other focus highlighters, but I think 5 uses is just a little bit more. Hopefully the pan will expand. And yeah, that's my update. I'm excited for these items. I'm really happy that I almost had a complete refresh. That dang Joker product prevented me from that, but that is okay. I'm happy to be working on that foundation. It needs to get out because it doesn't match me. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. So I see you all in my next one. Bye.